Leave her alone!
Right. Well, I better take a deep breath then, 'cause this will be awkward. You remember I mentioned Runar, the Nord warrior I met in Vivek, who turned out to be married when I met him again in Cyrodiil. He told Melinda and I that his mother was an excellent alchemist, and that in her garden she had this very rare flower, lover's tears. Lover's tears is one of the 2 ingredients I'm missing. For Melinda's sake, I saw no other option than to write to Runar and ask for his help. He has now replied to my letter. He has the ingredient for me, but he wants to see me again. And from his tone, I understand that he thinks that I would be an easy catch for him. I loathe the guy. He betrayed his wife by courting me, and he betrayed me when he falsely promised me that we would marry. In his reply to my letter, he talks about how his wife doesn't understand him, and how he's looking forward to dining with me in candlelight. I suspect that if I meet him, he will not give me the lover's tears unless he managed to seduce me. I have been thinking back and forth on what to do, and then you offered to help me. Dare I ask you to go and see him? I have written a letter for him. You could give it to him, and then hopefully he will give you the lover's tear. The Merchant's Inn in the Merchant's District. Meet me there once you have talked to him. Oh, and one more thing. You may read the letters. In fact, I think you should do so.
Awful.
Greetings. So, you are a friend of Vilja's? I had expected her to be here in person. But you are a pretty girl too. In fact, as pretty as little Vilja. Did anyone ever tell you that you have got fantastic eyes? Who cares about letters with someone as cute as you around? Let's have supper together. Just you, I, candlelight, and a bottle of wine. I'm sure you don't mean that. Look, cutie, you and I were made for each other. Never mind my wife. She never understood me. Neither did Vilja. Vilja? She's too naive for her own good. She never meant anything to me. We tell her that I'll never forget the time I spent with her in Morrowind. Greetings.
Do you ever buy ingredients from the main ingredient?
It's the best place in the city for alchemical.
Now you got to tell me what happened. Did you talk to Runar? Did he give you the lover's tears? You have the ingredients. That's great. Thank you. And now you must tell me about Runar. What did he say? What do you think of him? He's a scumbag, isn't he? You know, I really cannot understand that I could fall for him. Guess it was because no one has been courting me like he did. I pity his poor wife. I wouldn't want to be in her position for anything. There is something I have to tell you. I think we need to separate now. It has to do with my mission, with the last ingredient. There is now only one more ingredient I need in order to help my sister. But I cannot ask for your help with that, because this ingredient is not something you can pick from a flower or find in a cave. It is more complicated than so. The last ingredient cannot be taken. It can only be given. And it cannot be given by just anybody. The last ingredient is 10 drops of blood. But not any blood will do. The blood has to be given freely. And it has to come from a friend who truly treasures your friendship. Someone who loves you dearly and who would do anything for you. These kind of friendships are rare. Do you really mean that? Do I mean that much to you? Oh, I didn't even dare to hope that you felt that way for me. You see, you mean the world to me. When I met you, my whole life changed. I don't think I ever been so happy as during this time with you. I am so happy. Now, give me your arm, please. This won't hurt much. You're not going to faint again, are you? Finally, I have all the ingredients I need in order to help my sister. Which means I will now go back to Morrowind. Strange, isn't it? For such a long time I wanted to go back home. And now, when it's time to leave, oh, I will miss Cyrodiil so much. And I will miss you a lot. You will? Oh, I so much wish that I could stay longer. But I have to save my sister. Look, I need to go to the bloated float at Waterfront and pick up a few things I left there. Come with me, please. Goodbye. What a horrible weather we have today. Let's hurry to the bloated float in Waterfront, please. Goodbye.
Greetings, both of you. Vilja, I would recognize you anywhere. I assume this is a friend of yours? Well then, listen to me, both of you. Vilja, Melina has asked me to go to Cyrodiil and help you collect the ingredients that she needs. Once all the ingredients are found, you can either come with me to Morrowind, or, if you prefer that, you can stay here in Cyrodiil. Then I'll bring the ingredients to Melinda, so that you can make the antidote, and hopefully get out of that horrible prison.
Ready? Well done, both of you. Then we can head back to Morrowind at once.
Well, unless you prefer to stay here, Vilja. Vilja? I'm talking to you. It seems to me you are awfully quiet today, Vilja. I get the impression that two of you need to talk for a moment before we decide.
Greetings.
So, this is goodbye then. Indeed it has. But I guess everything comes to an end. Well, I have a few things to attend to, so if you don't mind. Goodbye. It has, as you said, been great fun.
Greetings. I shouldn't linger here anymore. I'd better go back to Morrowind.
Yes? Okay.
I'm listening. Please, go ahead.
The people have a simple faith.
Someone's been murdered! Murder! Yeah!
Die, cur!
You dare oppose the mighty Imperial Legion? That's the best you can do?
You dare oppose the might of the Imperial Legion? This is the time. Down and flee. Imperial Legion. For the Empire! At the first you can do, for the Empire! I'm on your side! One hit me once more, and this is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. This is the part where you fall much less more fearsome than you. Show me what you've got. You can't hold